Welcome back. Today I'm going to actually try to start loading my own ammo. Got my powder, which I'm going to use, which is going to be tight group. I'm going to use that. Got Hornady 115 grain bullets. I've already got my dummy round made up. That's why there's X's on it and X's on the primer. Let me know this is a dummy round. Now, with what I got and everything, all the info I got, I'm going with a case overall length of 1.1. And I got it pretty close to that. Got my mic set here. On my test round. I don't know if you can see it there. I probably ain't got enough light in here. But I'm at 1.098, which is pretty close. From all the research I've got, and the load data I'm going off of is off of a combination of things. I'm going off of what's on that. Then I'm also going off of what the book I got yesterday. Now, and then I'm also going off of what came with the lead dies. So I'm kind of using all three of these. Plus, I went on to Hodgdon's website, or Hodgdon, I think that's how you pronounce it. And that's how I came up with the 1.1 for the overall length. From looking at the powders and grains to be safe, I think I'm going to go with 4 grains right now. That seems, from what all the info I got, is going to be a good starting point. None of the ones that go over are close to 4, so I think that's a good safe place to start. Another thing I did is I won these off a Kingpin, and these are reman rounds. And then the overall case length on these is also 1.1 on most of them, or just under. So I measured 4 of them and came anywhere from 1.098 up to 1.1. So that's where I feel safe with the overall length. Now, I have no idea what they use for powder in these. Like I said, I'm just doing a guess off of this, and hopefully it'll end up working. I have shot 2 magazines of these through my Beretta 92 FS, and it locked back both times. So, and I had no issues with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to make a couple of them up, see how it is, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, I got my first 2 rounds made. Not too bad. Doing the powder is a little tedious, but I think I'll get used to it. I think what I'll do is get one of those powder measurers. I know you still got to check those every once in a while. But once I get used to this. So I want to go back and check my overall length on them. I got lucky. I made a couple adjustments. And I end up getting it right back. I probably moved it and you can't see it because the way lighting is in here. There you go. I got them back to 1.1 where I wanted them. So that one's at 1.1. See what this one's at. There we go again. So I got kind of lucky on that. I got to make an adjustment on it before I started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do 8 more rounds. And basically I'm using my digital scale, double checking it on the beam scale just to make sure. Now, while I was in the process of waiting, I did see this Lyman digital scale jump up 0.5 grains. So I'm going to have to reset it again. Now I see what you guys were talking about. Always double check it with your beam scale. So I'm going to go ahead and make 8 more rounds up, and I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm going to show you how I filled my last round with powder, and then I'm going to move on and seat the bullets. So basically what I do is I just take my scooper, scooping it in the powder, get any excess off of it by tapping it. Then I'm just coming over here Give it a little tap, see where it goes. Give it a little tap, and I keep tapping till I get up close to where I want to get, which I'm doing 4 grains right now. So like right now I'm at 3.5. I need a little bit more. Tap it to get the excess off. And just doing little taps. Okay, right there I'm at 4. So I just tap it all back in there. Then I put my scoop right in the cap. Then what I'm doing, just because I'm double checking, coming over here to my manual scale. Try to get this thing to quit shaking real quick. So I'm double checking down here. Once I see my lines are matched up. Okay, they're matched up. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And then taking my last round here. Put the funnel on it. And just taking it and dumping it right on in. And now I got 10 rounds loaded with powder. I got 8 more to put bullets in. So I want to go ahead and seat the bullets next. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to seat the bullet. And I'm just going to move the camera down here real quick. Got all my rounds here with powder in it. I got 8 of them to do. So I'm just going to grab the first one here. We're going to slide it right in there. I know my lighting's not this good here, so you can't see it real well. Then we're just going to set a bullet right there up on top. I'm going to slowly raise the handle so you can see it right there. Then it's going to go up into our seating die. Go all the way down. Go ahead and pull it out. And there is our bullet. Now what I'm going to do, because this was the first one and I didn't do one in a while because I was doing powder, I'm going to check my overall length again just to make sure I'm all good with that. Now I'm at 1.104, which should be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these up and I'll finish out this video. Alright, I got my 10 beautiful bullets made. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bullet seated die out and I'm going to put the crimp one in. And we're going to crimp them and then these things should be ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done and then I'll come back with you and I'll give you my final thoughts on my first reloading rounds. I'll be right back with you. Alright, I got 2 more bullets to crimp, so I'm just going to bring you along for the ride. Crimping is not that hard. I went by the instructions and did what the instructions said. Now, we got my 10 test rounds. Now, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to get 5 magazines. And I'm going to put 2 in every magazine. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want to make sure it chambers around, fires around, ejects it, picks up another round, fire it, and then lock the slide back. I figure that's going to be the best way to check out to see if it does all that. And if it does all that the way I want it to, I'm going to stay with this load and say it's good to go for the Beretta. And then what I'll do is I'll make up some more rounds if everything goes good. I'll try it in my CZ75B, and then I'll try it in my Glock 17. And if this load works great in all 3 of them, I'm perfectly set. If not, I'll have to play around with it a little bit. Now, I know what all you experienced reloaders are going to say. Man, just play around with it a little bit, play around. If I can get my guns firing fine off of it for plinking, that's my main worry right now. I'm not really into tight groups and everything with handguns. I might get that way sooner or later, and when I do, then I'll start tinkering with the powder charges and everything. So like I said, these right now are set at 4 grain. They're 115 grain bullet. And I got the overall length at 1.1. So hopefully we'll go outside next, and that's when you'll see these work, and hopefully they work perfect. If not, back to the drawing board. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.